So let's start with section 2 of paper 1, guys. So these are more than one option correct questions. Okay, so let us start with question number 7. What we have in thermodynamics, the PV work done is given by W is equal to minus integration of dV P external. For a system undergoing a particular process, the work done is W is equal to minus integration of dV RT by V minus B A by V square. Okay. Now this equation is applicable to a, okay, what is given? Let us read all the options very carefully. So what are the options? Let's see. A system that satisfies the van der Waals equation of state, the process that is reversible and isothermal, process that is reversible and adiabatic, process that is irreversible and at constant pressure. Okay. So this equation, what is written over here, this equation is applicable for what? This equation is applicable for isothermal, it is applicable for isobaric, it is applicable for isobaric, it is also applicable for adiabatic, guys. So this equation is applicable under all the three conditions, okay, and this is applicable when the processes are reversible, So if I look at option A, B and C, the system that satisfies van der Waals equation, let us keep it on hold for some time. The process that is reversible and isothermal, yes, this is correct. The process that is reversible and adiabatic, this is also correct. Process that is irreversible at constant pressure, no, irreversible processes are fast, so this equation is not applicable for a irreversible process, so this is incorrect. Let us go back to option A, that says a system that satisfies van der Waals equation of state. Now here what we do is, if I substitute P external from van der Waals equation, then I'll get which equation? Then I'll get this equation, guys, right? And is this equation applicable for a system that satisfies van der Waals equation of state? The answer is yes, guys. Okay, so the answer to this question is A, B and C, guys. Okay, so let us move on to question number 8. Okay, with respect to the compounds 1 to 5, choose the correct statements. So we are given 5 compounds. Okay, these are your 5 compounds and we'll have to look at the statements and choose the correct statement, guys. We have to choose the correct one. The acidity of compound 1 is due to delocalization in the conjugate base. The conjugate base of compound 4 is aromatic. Compound 2 becomes more acidic when it has a NO2 substituent. The acidity of compounds follows the order 1 greater than 4, greater than 5, greater than 2 and greater than 3. Okay. Now, let us look at the options and the structures together. The acidity of compound 1 is due to the delocalization in the conjugate base. So if I remove that H plus, what will I get? I'll get a minus charge over here, and that negative charge, the carbon ion formed over there, will be conjugated with all the 3 benzene rings, right? So option A is correct. Yes, so that is done. Let us look at the second option. The conjugate base of compound 4 is aromatic. So this is your compound 4. If I remove H plus, I'll get a pair of electron over here, negative charge. So how many electrons do I see? I see 6 electrons. It is following Huckel's rule. So it is aromatic. So that is also correct, guys. So this is correct. Okay. Compound 2 becomes more acidic when it has a NO2 group. So now I attach a NO2 group over here. So will it satisfy or will it stabilize the negative charge? Yes, it will satisfy the negative charge slightly. So that compound, when attached to a NO2, will become more acidic, right? So option C is also correct. Okay. The last option, the acidity of compounds follows the order 1 greater than 4, greater than 5, greater than 2 and greater than 3. So what you do over here is find out the most acidic out of all and you'll get your answer. The most acidic out of all is this compound, guys. Compound 4 is most acidic, but as you remove H plus, it is giving you aromatic compound, right? So this is most acidic. So is that given over here? No. So option D is incorrect. Okay. So the correct answer to this question is A, B and C, guys. Okay. So I hope you have understood this. A question from organic, that is acidity of organic compounds. Okay. Let us look at the next question. Okay. Reaction. In the reaction scheme shown below, Q, R and S are the major products. Okay. So this is your entire reaction scheme. We'll look at the reaction. Okay. What you are doing in the first step. You are carrying out acylation, guys. What you are carrying out? Acylation. AlCl3, there's a carbonyl group. You are carrying out acylation. Okay. So what will happen is you add meta position, add meta to the tertiary butyl group. You will get a C double bond O, which is attached to what? Which is attached to a CH2, which is attached to one more CH2, and then you will have a COOH over here, guys. Yes. So this is your compound Q. This is what? Your compound Q that I'm talking about. Once you have got your compound Q, okay, let us compare it with the options. So where is Q? Q is over here. Yes. Is this what we got over there? Yes. So option B is correct. Okay. Let us go ahead with that. If I'm adding zinc amalgam and HCl, that's Clemenson's reduction, guys. What will Clemenson's reduction do? I will get a CH2 over here, right? Instead of C double bond O, I will get a CH2 over here, right? And if I'm adding a H3PO4 after Clemenson's, then that will lead to cyclization. That will lead to what? Cyclization. So your compound R is what? Your compound R is a cyclic product over here, right? So let us look at what is your compound R. Your compound R is this compound, guys, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So this is your compound R, guys. So they're starting from P, you're getting this R. Let us look at it if it satisfies the option. Let's see. No, it is not satisfying the option. So this is not your R, right? Now let us go on. Okay, let us move ahead. You are adding Grignard's reagent followed by hydrolysis, then followed by H2SO4. If you are adding Grignard's reagent, what will happen? It will react at the carbonyl group. As it reacts at the carbonyl group, you are carrying out hydrolysis of it. So you will get an alcohol. And that alcohol on reaction with H2SO4 will lose what? Will lose a molecule of water. So your compound S is what? Let's see. So you have this. What will happen? In the place of C double bond O, once you add a Grignard's reagent to it, you will get a CH3 and OH. Okay. So that is your compound after adding Grignard's and H3O, right? Now to this you are adding H2SO4. So this will lose a molecule of water. If this loses, what will happen? I'll get a double bond. This will give you what? This will give you this compound. Yes. If you are adding H2SO4, so you will get this as your compound, right? So your answer is D. So the correct answer to this MCQ is option B and option D, guys. Okay. Is that clear to all of you? Yes. So correct answer to this is B and D, guys. Okay. Let us move on to the next question, guys.